Good afternoon. Friday, 6th of September, and I finished work this morning and I've just come local to Rhuddlan, have a gander around Rhuddlan Castle. Very windy, but I can go and pay my fee and we're going to have a look round. Right, £4.20 for one adult. You come through the gift shop. Rhuddlan Castle, starting to rain now. I've got no coat or anything. It's been nice all day. Windy. Building started by Edward I in 1277. I'll wait till we get out the wind. Fluid. Typical, it's been sunny all day. It starts raining when I come out. Let's get out the rain. Too windy to talk. Find a sheltered place in a minute. We're going to have a look. Just where we're going up the stairs. Castle was started in 1277 by Edward I, completed in 1282, and it's quite an unusual design, concentric design, walls within walls, and the main part of the castle was like a diamond shape with a gatehouse at each end. And then walls around the outside, lower walls again, and then a dry ditch which is connected to the River Clwyd, which you can see. That's on the other side there. But Edward was known for his castles by the sea, so if there was a siege they could be supplied by sea. Now Rhuddlan's a couple of miles inland, so we decided to use the River Clwyd for supply. But at the time the River Clwyd didn't run past here. It was diverted, so he conscripted hundreds of ditch diggers to convert the castle, convert the river to come past his castle, and that's what he did. So this is not the original course of the river, but Edward I had it diverted so he could supply by sea if it was needed. Oh. The council can't even repair the roads these days. They are. We have a nest there. Feral pigeon. Go and have a look. I don't think you can get. Yeah, you can't get right to the top. There's no. That's quite high as it is. I'll go back down. Can't get onto the battlements on that one anyway. Go back down. Actually designed by the master architect at the time, James of St George, which is not too far away from here. The rain stopped. In 1284, just a couple of years after the castle was completed, Llewellyn the last French prince died, and Edward I laid down what would be the basis for Welsh law for the next 250 years, and it was the Rhuddlan Statute. Divided the countries up into well, what we call counties now. So Flintshire, Anglesey, Meirionydd, and a few others as well. See if we can get a view from up this one. And that Welsh law stayed for the next 250 years until Henry VIII changed all the laws with his act, and then it became almost like a British law then. Don't know where we go here. Oh, we've got a bit of a view from this one. Again, you can't go right to the top, but quite a lot still standing. There's an Aldi across the road. I'm pretty sure that Edward I wasn't responsible for that one. I think that came a little bit later. Blue sky again. Interesting. I only live a few miles away and I'd never been in years and years. Well, finished work early, thought I'll have a bit of a wander. I'm pretty sure all the steel bits are from a slightly later date as well. Ooh. This would be one of the original gates. So that was one gatehouse, this is the other, and this was like a diamond shape originally. That comes out onto, this would be the dry ditch that connected to the River Clwyd. Interesting. Gotta have a look over here. A little bit of history about the quay. It's saying over 2 miles of river has to be diverted and deepened so the ships could come up the river to supply the castle. Over 1,800 people would have been needed to dig out the ditch. Forced labour for many people. That would have been nice. You'd look at that river, you'd think it was a natural river, but not so. On this part, it was diverted. I'll have a look up that other tower, see if you can get a better view from up there. If you're wondering how much something like this would cost to build, well, originally, and the equivalent of it would cost £9,613, 25 shillings and 8 pennies, and that's an awful lot of your current pounds. Gonna have a look at this one. Down that one. Go and have a look. Quite high on this one, I think. The view. Best view so far. Over that way is Rhyl Harbour. Yeah, nice.
Hello, buddy. Hi.
this is this is the top of the wall. Best view so far. I can across there, Rhuddlan Sky Tower, Palace Church in Rhuddlan, Wind Farmhouse at sea. It's Melodin Mountain, Craigvour, and pistachians down over the trees over there. And the old centre of the village, you can still see the layouts of the street to plan as it was originally. Obviously a lot of new things sprung up now, but the actual main street and the roads that go off it, you can see the original plan. These would have been rooms originally inside the walls. Let's see what information we've got. Timelines 1277 to 82. Conway. Flint Castle was also 1277. Edwards as well. That was his, Flint was his first castle in Wales apparently. Whole history of Welsh castles there. Well, that's Rhuddlan Castle. I'm looking at stairs originally going up there. They're worn away now. Hello. The River Clwyd. Go and have a look. That was the quay where the ships came in. Would have been hollowed out there. The ships come in and unload by the tower there to buy directly into the castle. Interesting. See what the castle would have been like. The two gates and the diamond shape inside. Bit more about the history of the Welsh princes being defeated. 1272, King Henry III died, and that's when his son Edward I became king. Llewellyn ap Griffith, Prince of Wales, eventually defeated. Some interesting history. Can't believe I've not been here before. Just pass it, I don't know, hundreds of times a month, a year. Right, get back out. Go finish my shopping. Last look, Rhuddlan Castle. Health and safety at its best. Uneven steps, low headroom. Please let your eyes adjust to the darkness. Uneven or slippery surfaces, unprotected drops, and no drones. The modern day. Back down this way. And these poor guys fell asleep in 1284 and they've been there ever since. Sculpture by Mike Owens, Standing Guardian. So, I'm going to cross the road and get a picture of the castle from the other side without the traffic in. There we go. This is the original road bridge that they filmed Holiday on the Buses, if anyone remembers that. And they used to be 2 lanes. The suitcases got thrown over into the river on that side, but it's 1 lane now. The bridge's not strong enough to support 2-way traffic. So this bridge can be traced back to the 1500s. That's the new flyover towards Rhyl to avoid Rhuddlan traffic. And a couple of miles down there is Rhyl Harbour. Across the River Clwyd from the castle, local nature reserve. I'm just going to have a quick look in here, walk around the pool while I'm here. Quite a few of these sculptures. Grey-headed. Another heading or cormorant? Looks like a heading, but I'm not sure if it's supposed to be a cormorant. A family of swans. I got any food for you, mate? Got ducks. Hello. Cygnet as well. Wiggly duckling. I ain't got anything for you. They're used to being fed, obviously. Quite nice, isn't it? You can walk along, the path goes, but it's all overgrown now. You can hardly see the water through it. Used to be able to walk along the edge of it, but I don't think you can now. Nice lily. You see a moorhen hiding in the corner there. Well, that's Rhuddlan Nature Reserve. Sorry, got nothing for you. Desperate, aren't they? That was it. Thank you very much for watching. Just a brief foray out today. Rhuddlan Castle and Rhuddlan Nature Reserve. Until the next one, thank you very much. Bye bye to the swans.